What is up everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at Dogecoin, which is currently down roughly 2.5% today. It's in a slightly interesting position because it was one of the only coins, if not the only coin, that was actually mentioned during Trump's inauguration, and it was mentioned by the richest person in the world, Elon Musk. Yet it's not really rallied, and the main reason for that is because it's already priced in. You know, the concept of something being priced in is essentially when everyone expects something to happen, so they buy up to that point, but when that point actually comes, there's nowhere else for it to move because everybody who knew about the thing that could happen bought in. Everybody that didn't already has seen the price go up and now they're scared to buy in. That's essentially the concept of something getting priced in. Now, you know, it was already priced in from November when essentially Donald Trump was elected as the president, and we got a huge pump from 15 cents all the way to nearly 50 cents. We then dumped back down to 25 cents, and this was around the time when people started pricing it in for the inauguration, which we obviously then pumped back up to 43 cents and have since dropped back down. The main reason is because Elon Musk has sort of overused his power with doing promos for Dogecoin. If you remember back in 2021, if we go back here, you know, the first time Elon Musk promoted Dogecoin or mentioned Dogecoin, it was such a subliminal message that it actually took decoding to understand. We got a pump which was quite severe. It was like an 8x pump. Then it obviously died down slightly. We got another mention, slightly more obvious this time, and then we saw another huge increase, and then another promo, another huge increase, and it just started this snowball effect for Dogecoin. But then obviously the bear market came and we had to, you know, survive essentially a 90% dip for 2 years. Then and throughout this entire period, again, Musk was also, you know, promoting Dogecoin slightly with these pumps randomly happening. So people already know that Musk is for Dogecoin, and yeah, I don't think it surprises anyone anymore when he actually tweets about it, and that's where we don't really get these huge pumps anymore. Another reason is that Dogecoin is inflationary, meaning there is more Dogecoin being created every single day, which then means that more people have to buy in order for it to go up the same amount, which is another problem. But again, Dogecoin wasn't intended to be deflationary. Dogecoin was just simply a coin created to essentially garner transactions and be an extremely transactional coin. So you have to also remember its use case, whereas Bitcoin was just created as a sort of means of transactions and being a store of value. So yeah, you have to remember the actual utility behind these coins. Although it's a meme coin, there is still some utility behind it, and the tokenomics are all forwarded towards its utility, which is just transactions. So the more coins there are, the easier it is to transact with. Now, we do have a current trade on Dogecoin, which is currently sat in roughly 12% profit unleveraged. With leverage, we're seeing at like 150, 200% profit. Again, all members are profiting inside the Discord, which if you're not in yet, you should definitely join up. You'll be getting all of these trades sent out to you. We're also in a few other positions like H-bar, currently dumping. It might hit our stop loss and profits here for 20% profit. Again, the way I like to sort of trade is eliminate as much risk as possible by letting the trade run and then setting your stop loss higher and higher the higher it goes. So instead of just, you know, trying to take as much profit at these peaks, although we did take some profit here at the 0 level, we do set stops in extreme profit so that when it does slightly reverse, you know, we're compensated nicely. Now with Dogecoin, we do have a stop loss right here at this body candle, so at 5%, which will give us roughly 75-50% profit with leverage. Now again, you know, if that does hit, then it's not our best trade, but it's profits nonetheless, and we will just try and find a re-entry somewhere around the level that we entered in again at, and that way we have, you know, 50% more capital to actually play with. So that's what we're going to be looking for. We're still targeting the highs here at 46 cents. You know, it's going to give us roughly 46% on leverage, with leverage nearly 1,000% profit, which we actually hit on Solana, which was really nice to see this week. So yeah, lots and lots of trades to find. Another key thing we need to take a look at though is Bitcoin and Bitcoin dominance. So Bitcoin has actually broken above this key area right here, the 1.618. Now it's just a matter of it actually staying above and using this level as a sort of accumulation zone, so we can actually head to 114, which is another major resistance level. If this does happen, then I think we'll be in a quite bullish state for the entire market. We need Bitcoin dominance to obviously drop. It's currently just sat at this resistance level, which is not good to see, because if it breaks above, then it means it's a higher high, and and we're essentially still in an uptrend. We need it to break past this low, so essentially create a lower low, and then we can enter a downtrend and see altcoins moon. That's the central dream. Then we have the S&P, which again, Bitcoin correlates with the S&P. Yesterday, very green day. This entire week's just been a green week so far on the S&P, which is good to see. It's approaching its all-time high. It's very close. Let me see how close it actually is. It is roughly 1%. Let's just call it 1% away from its all-time high. So should be hit this week, if not next week. It's very bullish. Again, Trump in office, we're entering another sort of bull market on the S&P. If we go back to like 2016 to 2020, you'll see, dump and then huge rally. So yeah, I think we are going to perform really well. Now back to Dogecoin. So we're going to be waiting for it to actually come down. If it hits our stop loss, it hits our stop loss. That's fine. It's a profitable stop loss anyway. A lot of people, when they hear stop loss, they get scared because they think it's a loss, which again, it's in the name. But our stop losses are always in profits unless it's just a newly open trade. So yeah, that's what we're waiting for. Do I think it will drop past this support level? I think this is a very strong support, and if we can find an entry anywhere in here again, then I think it will be very strong. Dropping below the support will be quite difficult unless it's just a sort of wick where we're trying to get as much liquidity as possible, so we liquidate a lot of those longs. And that's another reason why we don't enter straight on the daily chart. What we do is we find a narrative on the daily. So here the narrative is bullish, then we go into a lower time frame like the 4 hour, start charting on your fair value gaps, your order blocks, your supply and demand zones. Then you go into the 1 hour, you do the same. 15-minute, you do the same, and you find an entry somewhere here, like on the 15-minute, on the 1 hour, but want to find a lower time frame entry to be as precise as possible. Then you can obviously go back to the daily and find your take profit levels. That's the way I usually like to do it. You want your entry to be as precise as possible because the entry is the most important part of trade, and then afterwards you can just sort of let the trade run, because if your entry is good and your narrative is correct, the trade will run into profits. Once it's in profits, you just set your stop loss higher and higher, and you're obviously going to have take profit levels. Like for Dogecoin, we had a take profit here at 40 cents, and the next target was here at 45 and 47 cents. So one of our targets hit, we have a stop loss in profits. It's a risk-free trade. It was nearly risk-free from the get-go. So yeah, that's why it's the best to do it like that. Now, other altcoins I'm going to be watching today are going to be HBAR, currently performing quite well. XRP, again, performing quite well at these highs. It's consolidating really well. Render, another coin, still at these lows, really undervalued right now. Might look to accumulate some more. VTHO is actually a spot position, which I sold off on yesterday. It's performing extremely well. It had some news yesterday, and I got tired of holding. I bought in VTHO early 2024, and essentially I just had to ride out a whole year of being at break even, slight loss. Now we got a pump. I'm selling it off. I'm investing into other altcoins, which I think will perform a lot better. I don't think VTHO has the potential to do a 2-3x still. The only reason it's pumping is because of its catalyst, but obviously when that eases off, it's gonna come back down. So yeah, that's why I sold out of this position. Other coins to keep an eye out for: Fetch, also really strange. It's underperforming the market quite significantly. We did actually come down into this yellow zone, which is a major accumulation zone that we have. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get any limits off, but again, we're still quite low, so might look to accumulate some more here. Polkadot, another coin, really at these lows. Once Bitcoin dominance starts dropping again, all of these altcoins will start mooning, and it's only a matter of when, not if. AVAX, another coin, really slow movement. Might not be the best for derivatives, long positions or short positions, but for buying, I think this will perform quite well. Solana, again, the meme coin hype. I think this will do significantly, during the latter stages, or the early stages, I should say, of the bull market. When again dominance drops off a bit. Again, Trump coin is pumping today and yesterday. Yesterday it dipped, but in the evening it started pumping back up, and Solana is now correlated to Trump coin, which is quite funny, because Trump coin was obviously created on the Solana network, and now I think easily Solana can head to $320 in the short span. ETH, again, really strange. It's performing significantly under the market, and when I say the market, I mean Bitcoin. It's lagging behind a lot, but this is what usually happens. We will get a huge move on Bitcoin, Ethereum lags, then Ethereum moves, then altcoins move. So I'm not too scared about that. Again, we'll be looking at extra positions on Ethereum. I think the best positions are at this red level, but it's a matter of if we get to that level. Bitcoin, again, we already talked about this. So if you did enjoy the video, please make sure to like and subscribe. Again, if you want to be getting trades sent to you every single day, check out the Discord down below. If you need a place to buy, sell, or trade any sort of cryptocurrency for the lowest fees, then check check out all the exchanges working down below also. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.